Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. I am running just slightly behind, but we'll get this going in a second. Also, hello, YouTube. We have Dirt Block. How's it going? Hope you enjoy the show today. We are live with our first ever CTL Sunday primetime that is streamed on both Twitch and YouTube. That's right. We have made the change. We're gonna give this a try, see how it works. I like it so far. Let me get these players a room to jump into. Gonna get their stuff in a second. And while we're waiting on that, let's see what we've got today. Only 3 matches, but pretty interesting matches if you ask me. We'll start off with Winter, looking to stay in the thick of things in Division 2A. Boy, if you look at that division, it's very tightly packed right now. She'll be taking on Doodle, who's trying to stay ahead of the demotion line. And a big win for Doodle here would definitely go a long way towards keeping his foothold in Division 2. Meanwhile, we have the match that wasn't last week. And since then, we've had games played, and now they're both tied. 3-1, 21 points. Somalian Captain taking on Gwafey to see who will have the advantage going into the second half of their season. And finally, in Division 1B, well, we have a rematch of sorts. I believe this was in CTM last month. PixelAndy taking on Dengler. Now, Dangler is in a precarious situation, has not won a single game, and only has 2 matches left. One against Andy, the other against SV. And with 2 demotion spots, one of them being a playoff demotion, he's going to want to try to get these wins, but PixelAndy's been on absolute fire lately. 2-0 with 14 points. And we'll see if he can get it done again today. So with that, we are still waiting on our players for the first game. Rematch of Masters Finals, yep. It was pre-recorded. No, we only do pre-records in CTW, Captain. Actually, I think we're done with the pre-records. I'm pretty sure that the other 2 matches, everyone has decided to show up. So that will be fun. We have Doodle. What's going to be really interesting is that I'm having to use the Restream EO chat, and it's backwards. It's like the new messages coming at the top. I can't stand that. I'm going to have a lot of trouble reading this. I guess I can just, at least for CTL, I can do that. Why does it say live August 1? Bruh. Clearly I've messed something up. That is not the title I put in. Fortunately, I do have the title elsewhere. I'm gonna blame Peak on this one for this one. Pretty sure Peak did that. We'll put it back. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to chase down Winter. There we go. Winter is around, so we will have players in a moment. Let me get these let me get things underway. Some professional Scrabble dictionaries is now legal to play bruh and bruv. That's great. When are they going to allow brosif, though? Or is that a proper word? That's what I want to know. How about a prediction? I haven't done a prediction in a while on Twitch. We'll do a prediction. So there you go. Art means Smullian going in like 40 minutes. Yeah, you're second up. I should probably... Did I do the queue? I did not. All right. Add match, Wintera, Kitty, Doodle, 89, and close it before someone gets crazy. It's just Gwafey, right? There's no... Yeah. And then... There. We're good. So I think we're just waiting on Winter to give us a cam link. And then we should be good to go. Doodle is here and warming up, as one would expect. Winner says I'll either 1.3 or early top 3 times. So what you're saying is Gwafey and Captain should be ready to go. Because they might be going at 410, not 440. Why am I trying to change the title? For 20? Okay. Hey now. Just trying to get some games. Well, let's see what happens. Winter is a fairly tough customer. And we lost. I was adjusting Winter's camera, and the camera went poof. Josh says, wow, y'all finally stream on YouTube. Let's go. Yeah, we do. You can thank Mr. P. Garrick for that. Can't believe we actually got this working. Yeah, we were going to do it last week, but we ran into a complication, namely, Pete forgot to give it to me. But we got it this time. Oh, turning off cam for a second. Okay, I see now. You'll have to forgive me, Winter. I am reading a brand new chat screen that I am not used to yet. Because the messages come in from the top down instead of from the bottom up. And that just throws me off like nothing. Yeah, it's terrible. Does not get Winter approval. It doesn't get Roncli approval either. I'm sure there's a way. I just didn't have a lot of time to mess around with it. But we do have a kitty here. I saw that. All right, we should be good to go here. Actually, I'm going to give Doodle the old flipperoo. Gotta have players looking at their boards. Just like this. There you go. Here are our players for the first set of games. I'm going to drop a seed into chat. It is 5660B8. That is so evil to have the B and the 8 right next to each other. Because you know, like, a quarter of the players are either going to enter BB or 88 or 8B. No, it's B8. Like the bingo thing, B8. Also, yes, :3. Agreed. Right before I came in here, I got, like, assaulted by my cat. And by assaulted, I mean she meowed at me a couple times. But we have our 2 players here. And we'll see how this goes. I think this is an interesting match. It has potential to be fairly close, I would say. So as soon as warm-ups are done, hi Marts, we'll be good to go. Cool. I wish I could play 29. I mean, I can a little bit, just not this much. I did get both my lines and score PB in 2 different games on 29 in the last week, so there's that. Problem is, I think I need to learn 19 first. It's been my big problem lately, is just not able to play 19 consistently. When I can play it, I'm pretty good at it. I got a max in comp not too long ago, but more often than not, I'm dead by 20. We have a ready from Doodle. Also, if anyone was on my Wars stream on Thursday and heard me talking while I was setting up, I just can't bring myself to say anything right now. There we go. Winter. Getting her 29 going. We'll see if it's needed. And if it is, how far are these two gonna go? We know Doodle can play it. We know Winter can play it. Oh, you gym ready. That's not going to help you. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down for game number 1 of Division 2A between Winter and Doodle. We'll count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I swear the division number is like the last thing I check. Let's introduce our players. On the left, she is a roller out of the United States and nearly knocked off Andy at CTWC. She's got a PB of 1,873,000. It is Wintera. And their opponent on the right, a roller out of the United States. He's got a PB of 1,608,000. Welcome in, Doodle. Oh no, I can't get the intonation down as good as Colin did at CTW Live from 2023. Big stack of squares on the left there for Doodle as we're starting off here on a level. Oh, uh-oh, that's a problem. Something's got to go left. And it will be a bar, and another one will go left. And Doodle will bring this down. Doodle often, yeah, it's listed as a roller, but very often does hybrid-y things, like plays DAS for a while on 18. I tried that today. I played DAS in my last game of the season. I topped out at 90k. It was great. The better part was I won the game. 147 for Winter, 88,000 for Doodle here. About a quarter of the way through the level 18 speeds, and that's a dirty Tetris for Doodle. And as you get higher up in the divisions, this is something that you will start to see players, when they're down stacking, they'll take a brief pause to get a dirty Tetris or two, and back to DAS we go. Winter, meanwhile, started out as a tapper and has embraced the rolling lifestyle. And she's already pretty good as a tapper. One of the fastest tappers that we've seen come along in a while. But now that she's rolling, she's been really improving quickly. Both players dealing with a little bit of traffic on their board. Doodle gonna knock a bar down the right side for the Tetris. He'll trail by about a Tetris and change here. Neither player Tetris ready. They'll both take triples. It's now a 1 Tetris lead for winner at 75 lines. Doodle, though, having to make some sacrifices, or is that a sacrifice? There's a delayed tuck there. There's the T, and that tucks in very nicely. But this 5-4 is starting to not give any long bars here as we are entering a drought. But both players survive it just fine. Tetris for Doodle. Winter with a Tetris. The center well is working out for Doodle. Oh, but where's the square go? It just chunks right down the center of the screen. You hate to see it. Hello, Chen. Welcome in. What happened to Vandy? Winter in a bit of trouble here. She's at the top of the board. Doesn't seem to be very phased by it, though. Just getting this board down. Oh, the T-hang for Winter does get a bar over it, though. This is very dangerous. If she's going to top out, Doodle, you're in a chase down. You need 364. Tetris and a half. Rotate said no. All I got to say to that is DLY -1. Tetris for Doodle. He needs 11,000 more points. We're under 10,000, and there's the Tetris. That center well worked out pretty well for Doodle. He has 10 million Premier points and locked in for... Okay. Maybe struggling, but you're up 1-0. We'll go ahead and increment the seed. Yeah, I had a very hard time with Dassing earlier today. And I did it because the game literally meant nothing but Elo, and I don't care about Elo. I just wanted to see what I could do, and apparently it's good enough to win. Just waiting on the readies from the players. Double flips, the bane of rollers. Gilded's back, let's go. Gilded says, hi, Winter. Go Doodle. Sorry, Winter. Winner has a, looks like a screwdriver. So we're getting live controller surgery here on the Classic Tetris League. If you're gonna do live controller surgery, do it like Chalala did. In the middle of a game. Like while you're playing the game. All right, looks like she's getting ready here, so we'll go ahead and prepare ourselves. Nope, we still have the screwdriver out, so not ready yet. Sorry, my bad. Go Roncli. Okay. I'm not playing, but thank you. I was earlier. I was able to join Toast's stream. I don't know if that was his first super stream, but honestly, bro deserves it. I was glad to see him as part of the team. And hopefully we'll have many more Toast streams in the future. Although I find it funny because he took... that's normally our Borrow slot. Our Borrow not able to make it this week. And at one point during the show, he started talking about steak. And how he liked medium steak and filet mignon and stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if our Borrow heard this, he would have a fit. Our Borrow not a fan of meat. All right, so we got players practicing level 29 now, and just waiting for them to ready up. My bad, even with the early tops, we're going to be here till 5:30. Oh, you gotta love this. We have typing happening. Maybe we are just about ready here. Maybe we're not. I have no idea. That's the best part. Maybe we're... Okay, we have a ready. Skishu. Yes, Skishu. Please don't make that a thing. That sounds horrible. We have both players ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down for game number 2. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's go ahead and talk about these players' head-to-head record. They've played 3 times, all in the past year. Their first meeting was in CTM Futures November. And Winter took that one 3-1. But the last time they met in CTL, which was in February, it went the other way. Doodle had the 3-1 win. And since then, they have played one more time at Pumpy Heart's one-night event, which I took a part of. It was pretty fun. I wish I could have played in one day, but I had an eye appointment that day. But in that one, Winter got the sweep. And she will not be repeating that feat because she's already dropped a game to Doodle here. Doodle looking to try to even their lifetime series. I'll make fetch happen. Okay, I don't know what fetch is, but I don't think I want to know, so. Early going here, it's been a bit of a struggle for Winter. Only 64,000. Doodle, though, high up on the board with a drought incoming here. This could be very dangerous for Doodle. And Doodle's done at 120. Winter, you're in a chase down. You need 121. Coal Bucket says, it's time, Doodle. Yeah, it was time. It was indeed time. Horrible timing. Well, Winter just needs a Tetris and change here and is set up, but here comes a drought. But the bar shows up. She'll get the Tetris. Just needs 6,000 points to get her done and tie the setup at 1. Okay. Uh-oh. Alternating bird shelf high up. What is happening? What is actually happening? Okay. Winter's getting this taken care of. One more bird. And Winter's good. as the drought counter continued to tick up. Haven't been in it generally for the last week. Oh, geez, yeah. Well, now that we warmed up for 10 minutes and had a 1-minute match, let's warm up for another 10. All right. Just waiting on the seed increment and the readies. Should be good to go. Did you scream in that timeline? Oh, dear. Jim ready again. Here we go. Game number 3. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. We're tied at 1. Who's going to take advantage? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. That's 5 below start from Winter. It's all right. She got her revenge in Genesis. Bit of a drought to open things here, but Winter will have no problem with that. Only burns 1 line. Doodle looking for a bar. Doodle, who said he would not DAS back in game number 2, is DASing here in game number 3. Oh, nice tuck setup there. Especially useful with the L on its way. Bar over 4, the Tetris. 119 for Doodle, but 139 for Winter. I hate that I can't just mouse over things in here. Okay, what is this? Ty eats ketchup. Oh, dear God. They actually made an emote out of that. One 210 for Winter now. 153 for Doodle. Doodle not wanting to address the left just yet, but now does. Gets that bar over. We'll bang down a Tetris. Winter, of course, having a better start this time than last game. Tetris for Doodle, switching over to the roll. Winter having to burn a couple lines away there. Gets the right side open. Doodle does have the lead right now. It's by about a Tetris and change. And there's the bar for Winter. Bang Tetris. Another Tetris for Doodle. We're just past the halfway point. Looking at around 500 Ks for both players, should they continue their Tetris rate at the moment. which is hovering around 60%. $1,900 points, all that separates the players. Winter looking for a bar here, can take the lead and will do so. But that dirty Tetris will give the lead right back over to Doodle. Pretty neck and neck, I'd say. Simul Tetris. Well, 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 look who's here. If it isn't the CTWC UK champion, Eve. Congratulations. Bar over, there's a Tetris for Doodle, 443. Winter at 438. This one's pretty close. Should be celebrating. Obviously, Chen wasn't listening to me, as I did say who the winner was. GG, Chen. Literally ill. I mean, he played some pretty ill Tetris, if you ask me. We're about to hit level 19. Both players a Tetris away. Winter with a very slight lead here. This is a very good game 3 so far. And there's a Tetris in for Winter. She'll start at 558 into the transition. Bit of a hang there for Doodle. And laughing about it, but we'll go in at 549 and then work on cleaning this up. There we go. Doodle getting the pieces to burn. I will take that under advisement, Ryan. Tetris for Doodle. Uh-oh. Couple holes in the stack forming for the players. They're going to have to spend some time digging that out. There's a Tetris for Winter, 729. Doodle back at 676, but also back in lines as well. We'll get a Tetris. So the pace lead is only less than a Tetris for Winter. So we are still very close here. As Winter has hit the halfway point of the 229, I should say. She'll get a Tetris to go to 818. Doodle at 765. Yeah, Evesy's been on a pretty hot streak, that's for sure. Just got her first rollover not that long ago. And that was during a... that was a competitive game, too, in the Battle Royal Championships over in CTW. So yeah, she's having a pretty good month. Another Tetris for Doodle, trying to get back into this. Currently back by 2 Tetrises and change. This one might come down to 29. Another Tetris for Doodle. Winter having to dig a little bit here. This is an opportunity for Doodle, who'll take advantage with a Tetris. Winter set back up, though. She'll bang down a Tetris. 959 into 27. 939 for Doodle into 27. As we're about to get some max outs on the board here if a bar shows up. There's no bar. Okay, Winter will finally get one, but Doodle covers the whale just as the long bar shows up. And is now having trouble getting this down. Only has 8 lines. Should be enough time. And we'll open up the right side, chops it down, and bang, Tetris into level 29 at 998. Winter at 1,052,000. Just north of a Tetris lead for Winter, who's having a little bit of trouble here. But calmed that right down and is trying to get this down. Oh, the misdrops are going to do her in. She's done at 1,060,000. Doodle, you're in a chase down. You need a 61. There's a Tetris. It's 59. A burn will be enough. And there it is. Doodle's good. It's 2-1. Damn, Ryan. Well, you got it. And you are in the driver's seat to try to take this in 4. Winter going to need to win the next 2 games in order to basically keep pace with the rest of the division. Been really burnt out in life generally for days. I'll tell you what, though, that smile on your face at the end of that said everything. All right, we have a ready from Winter. Arm started hurting. Ugh. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and count them down. Game number 4. Doodle on the verge of winning. Can he handle it? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, I had a very important match today on Toast Stream. It was for... It wasn't quite winner take all for Division 5. I had to avoid a decider, and I did not. I won the battle, but lost the war. But like, I woke up this morning, and I'm like, man, my shoulder is just sore AF, and it's the shoulder that gets sore when I play too long playing Tetris. And I haven't been playing lately. Like, okay, this is not good. Oh, the square hang for Winter should be okay if she can burn the rest of this down. We'll get the bar over. And yes, it will actually be okay. Yeah, just like little nagging things that aren't even injuries, or just like soreness. Just kind of, oh, what a Winter. 2 misdrops in a row, making 2 separate long bar dependencies on opposite sides of the screen. But boy, she bring that down fast. This does mean Doodle will take a slight lead to start things off. 142 to 87,000. Tetris for Doodle. And there's one for Winter. 188 for Doodle, 120 for Winter. Tetris for Winter. And with this drought here, Winter not having to worry about Doodle being able to catch up much. He'll bang down a Tetris, but now has a hole to take care of. Winter is being just ever so slightly more efficient here and has caught up a little bit. There's a Tetris for Doodle. It's now a 2.5 Tetris lead. Winter will get another Tetris there. That worked out, but now Winter's got some trouble. You can see Winter is not thrilled. It might just have to start going a little dirty here somehow. I mean, the pieces aren't even letting her do anything. Nice spin. A little bit of a drop on the yes, though. Still low enough. This is should be recoverable. Doodle just not getting a bar to take advantage. Finally does. He'll score a Tetris, go to 318. Winter at 246. And Winter's board starting to look better. Good tuck. Tetris for Doodle. And Winter will get a dirty Tetris there. That's kind of what you gotta do when you're in these situations where you're just burning forever. And finally, Doodle gets it back over to the left. Another roll switch for Doodle. We're at the 100 line mark. Doodle has all of a sudden exploded into a 5 Tetris lead. But Winter is back to the bottom. It's not going to let that grow any further. Another Tetris for Winter. Doodle answers. Level 19, not too far off here. Bar over for the Tetris. Doodle getting to a little bit of a spot before level 19. Has 12 lines to clean this up. But this is starting to get more and more complex. I don't know if this is going to be done in time. Level 19, Winter doing the errand thing. That's the second time this week I've seen that, after not seeing it for like months. Doodle getting high up on the board. Level 19 is here, but does have room to bring this down. He's got the lead, 521 to 443. Winter's not been able to capitalize on this dig very much, as both players now in a dig and trying to open things up, get this back to the bottom. Trying to get the efficiency back. Doodle might be first to do so. And he is clear. Winter going dirty. Gets the bar. Dirty center well. Doodle with the Tetris as well. Hell yeah, indeed. Tetris for Doodle. 100,000 point lead. You're on level 22. Well, but this is trouble for Doodle. That drought. Oh my god, that's gonna knock him out. He is done at 595. Winter, you're in a chase down. You need 596. It just looked like everything was going fine. And then the drought hit. Winter does have a hang on the left, but this board's low enough that will not be an issue. Good tuck there. Is getting set up maybe for a center well. Maybe not. Just going to take the triple. Squawk. Don't be a hero. 2015 strats. You did. You topped out at under 600. That seems like a 2015 strat to me. There's the Tetris winner is good for game number 4. We're going to a decider to start things off here. There's the cider from Gilded. Everyone grab a bottle. All right, we have a ready from Doodle. So I'm not sure how this happened. First of all, none of you people had any points invested into this match. But somehow someone bet 0 points on Winter. How did you do that? Nick Lighter, how did you do that? I didn't even know you could bet 0 points. Is this gonna break Twitch? I kind of hope it does. There's got to be a divide by 0 error in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's a seed. Great question. 9A. I'm not breaking the internet. I wasn't the one that voted for Winter with 0 points. I've been refreshed to, you know, maybe it was a bug on my side, but no, it's actually 0 points. That's pretty good. Loosening up that wrist. Missed opportunity to vote for Doodle with 0 points. I know, right? Well, you may be cooked, but you're in a decider. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and find out who's going to take this. We'll count it down. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And for your sake, I hope you two have a better decider than I did. Winter so far is not. Has a couple holes already to deal with. Are you gonna see it? Nope, because the piece isn't coming. Nice line spin, though, from Winter. And very nice solve. So hopefully Winter can put that behind her. She just got out of that very nicely. Bar over for the Tetris for Doodle. There's one for Winter. Slight lead for Doodle as we start off game number 5. Up next, we're going to have Le Captain taking on Gwafey for reals. I forget why we weren't able to play that game last week. It wasn't a no-show because there's no penalty points. Nice T-lift there for Winter, getting Tetris ready. Bang down the Tetris there. Internet. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, hopefully it's not a thing where, you know, hey, it's Sunday, we're going to do maintenance every Sunday. That would be absolutely terrible. Big drought coming in here. 26 pieces, but both players able to handle it just fine. Winter with a slight lead. 213 to 197. We're in our deciding game number 5. Another Tetris for Doodle. Pretty decent scores so far. Winter in the lead, but not by much. Tetris for Doodle. And there's for Winter. Winter will enter the halfway point at 306. Doodle at 291. So very strong paces for these two. Winter gets the bar over, bangs down the Tetris. Doodle having to do a little bit of cleanup work, so that will help Winter extend her lead. There's the roll switch for Doodle. Tetris for both players. Winner setting up a tuck. Okay, that's an L. It's Doodle now having to find a way to get out of this. Set up for dirty Tetris though, but covers it up immediately, gets it back open. Just needs a bar. Bar's not coming. Oh, and now there's a drought too. Oh, but opens it up and gets the bar just in time for the Tetris. That was frightening. We'll get another dirty Tetris down column 9. Nice flat delay burn there. That was brilliant. Those pieces were starting to get a little unruly. He's keeping this 3 rows off the bottom Tetris well going. Oh, the double flip for Doodle! And that's going to do it. Winter, you're good. Oh my God. The roller curse coming in hot to finish off game number 5. Oh my God. This is Winter's like shrug. New controller coming soon. Winter can play this out. We'll go ahead and watch it because it's pretty good. She'll enter at 594 in the level 19. Buika Buika 619. Dirty Tetris for Winter. Bang down a whole bunch of Tetrises here, but is now going to have to clean up a little bit. Does so very quickly. And of course, with this, Winter will improve to a 5-1. She'll only pick up 5 points. That'll be enough to bring her in to second place at 27 ahead of Peak, although Peak does have 1 game in hand, and Somalian and Gwafey have 2 games in hand over Winter. Mark currently leads the division, but he's done with 35 points, as Mark had to speedrun the division this past week. 1 and 5 is crazy. Still got Geo and Curie left. Doodle's calling the 1.5 Mullen here. Mark, M-A-R-Q. Mari. Exclamation point, Mari, ... Not a bad game. 878 at 24. Looking for a bar. Want CT Philippines back. This is looking like an into 27 max. Should this continue? And there it is. Max out for Winter. And then some. Host it, you're a big enough star. Oh, that's not a good misdrop at this point in the game. Level 29 at 1,130,000. Over in the realm of CTW, we would say that there is a B on the board, and it's stinging. That is the 3rd errand thing that I've seen this week, 2nd in this match alone. And there's people out there that are raging right now that I'm calling it an errand thing and not an errand tuck. What? Oh, jeez. Well, I guess the Somalian Gwafey match is literally never happening. It's going to be Peak versus Gwafey, it turns out. Winter, meanwhile, is still going. Has got 1.2 here on level 33. That'll be it. So there you go. There's your winner. Meow, meow, meow. Wow, that's a tiny cat. She's a big winner. GG's. So up next, it will be said match. Peak Eric taking on Gwafey. Stay tuned. Oh, I went off the... Okay, you guys are seeing this. Sorry. Doggo. You got Doggo. See, there's Doggo. Say hi to Doggo. GG's. All right, let me get this set up. There are a number of things I gotta do here. Gwafey, can you do a quick game? Just a quick warm-up. Want to make sure I have the camera good. I do not have the camera good. Need to transform you back. There you go. All right, cool. We're good now. I know your NTC was having a little trouble earlier. Is it? Hopefully everything is all right here. We should be good to go. Let's go ahead and, first of all, just kind of reset our schedule here. We did get Winter taking the win over Doodle. She moves to 27 points. Doodle crosses the double-digit mark to go to 11. In Division 2A, Peak Eric has one extra game played over Gwafey and currently has 25 points to Gwafey's 21. So those two both in the thick of things, along with Winter and Smalling Captain as well. At some point, it's going to have to shake out, and in this match, we may see it. So let's go ahead and switch on over. We have our players. A Peak on the left, Gwafey on the right. Go ahead, drop that seed, and it's all numeric seed. 668645. Oh, good luck, players. You'll need it. All right, we have a ready from Gwafey. Those are ready from Peak. Let's go ahead and get this counted down for our second Division 2A match for the day between Peak and Gwafey. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Can't wait for there to be one drought over 30 and be called a terrible seed. I mean, anything with a drought over 30 is a terrible seed. This is a known fact. As long as it's not toast bad, like from the Milo Euro match earlier. Anyway, let's stop talking about bad droughts and start talking about the players. Because on the left, we have a good player. He's a roller out of the United States with a PB of 1,556,000. Welcome in, Peak Eric. And on the right, playing for the second time today, he's a roller out of the United States, and he's got a PB of 2,960,000. It's sarcastic? Never. It's Gwafey. And as we're starting our game here, both players have their own issues to deal with. Gwafey's is worse at the moment. For Peak, it was just a Spire, and he was able to bring it. Well, nope, that's not going to fix it. So Tetris for Peak, and then it's going to have to find a way to clean this up. Ian Keefe in chat saying, Gwafey more like Redfee. Gwafey, you're on the blue side, so if you want to switch over to the blue light, you can do that. Not right now, obviously, but... Oh god, it's an 18, 19, 20 draft. What an awful seed. It's those all numeric seeds, man. 114 for Peak, 71 for Gwafey. Gwafey gets that over. Gwafey likes to play close to the sun sometimes. And will get rewarded with a couple Tetrises. But Peak does have the early lead by about 2 Tetrises. Just going to have to open up the right side there, and that is not a very good Z piece. Gwafey with an opportunity to catch this right back up. Needs a bar, though. There's the bar. Tetris for both players. We're at the half. 175 Gwafey, 191 for Peak. So bit of a suffer game for both players, but it's close. And that's more important than having giant scores. Because what that means is it doesn't matter what happened in the first half. Just need to focus on what will happen in the second. And Tetris for both players. Peak has about a 2 Tetris pace lead. But we know Gwafey is very capable of playing very efficient. Tetris for Peak. Had an opportunity to go column 8 there for a second and chose not to. Vits for Gwafey. There you go. Another Tetris for Peak. Gwafey at the top of the board will hit the bar over for the Tetris. One of the interesting things that I find, where's Somalian? Somalian decided Tetris wasn't important today. So we found a replacement. $393 for Gwafey, $391 for Peak. This has gone neck and neck. Chen says scared to be sweat. I mean, this is the second week in a row we've had to call off that match. Nice T-spin there for Gwafey. And might have to, yeah, that's not great. Level 19, 462 for Peak, 445 for Gwafey. I would say these are not very Division 2-esque scores, but we are running an all-numeric seed. So we have something to blame. High rising star, oh no. Tetris for Peak. Gwafey gets that Tetris as well. Bit of a misdrop for Peak. Now he's got some cleaning to do. This is an opportunity for Gwafey to cut into this lead. And he's doing exactly that. And with that Tetris, he takes the lead, 564 to 553. Gwafey is ahead for the first time in a while here. Does having a... Okay, good. Gets a bar, gets a Tetris. Peak, meanwhile, has cleaned things up, so... The end result, about a 2 Tetris pace lead for Gwafey. Now you can see right now they're 5 lines apart, but only 760 points separating the players. Another Tetris for Gwafey, there's one for Peak. It's now a 1,000 point game. Didn't see what happened to Gwafey, but he definitely reacted to something. He's gonna get a Tetris there. And there's another one. Peak will drop a Tetris. And this game is so close right now. Peak takes that double burn there. Gwafey waiting on a bar. Tetris for Peak, Tetris for Gwafey. Gwafey back by 5 lines. Will get a Tetris with 4 of them and takes the lead. 818 to 816. Peak having a little bit of trouble here. Let's get the bar to help bring this down. Bit of a rough... I don't know if that was a double flip for Gwafey at the top, but... this might allow Peak to take the lead before level 29, which is right around the corner here. 2 Tetrises remain for the players if they can get them. Gwafey has to burn. This is on a knife's edge right now. Tetris for Peak into transition. 908, 888 for Gwafey. Less than a Tetris separating them here on the kill screen. Here we go. Players trying to get set up. That is a 2-7 for Peak, and he will bang down the Tetris. Column 3. Gwafey just lining it out right now. Takes the triple there. Both players just trying to get set up. Peak just about ready. There's the bar. Tetris for Peak, 1,054,000. Gwafey has yet to score a Tetris here on the faster speeds. Has taken a number of triples, though. Is at 947. Is set up. But can't find the bar at the right time. Isn't going to get the J over. And Peak's going to take game number 1. Jingsatsu saying, you got this, Gwafey. Peak Eric looking to take this to the house here. Not gonna let some complications get him down. Bar goes over, only for single, but... there we go, level 38. Can he get a bar over? Yes, he can. Things are falling apart here, though. And there it is, level 39. Double kill screen for Peak Eric. He'll end at 1,271,000 and has a 1-0 lead. Peak apologizing for only having a 1,271,000 and 39. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get things counted down for game number 2. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Cole says, don't give me Gwafey in the playoffs. Let's see how that is shaping up. I would say win your last match against Eyeball. And then you can avoid him. Oh, what was that? Let's see, flopped around like a fish. And now this is getting a little dangerous for Gwafey. High up on the board here. Very disciplined placement of that L. Now needs a bar right. He's not getting it, and this is not going to work out very well, is it? Has it back open. Still has a chance, gets the bar over. Gwafey, oh, but that hang on the left, that's gonna do it. Peaks up 2-0 just like that. Cole, basically what happens is if you have the higher point total over the other player on the other side of the bracket, then you get first pick. All right. So we have a ready from Cole. What is the command to look at the standings? Well, is it standings? Yes, it's standings. There you go. Have ready from both players. Let's go ahead and count it down. Game number 3. Peak looking to take a sweep. We'll find out if that happens in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, is it? I thought it was you get a choice if you're the higher player of the two. Did that not happen anymore? Or is it a special Div 1 thing? Oh, if it's odd division. Okay, so like because it's 1A versus 1B and 2A versus 2B, it would be fine, but if there was like a 2C, then okay, that makes sense. Oh, I kind of like the whole idea of being able to choose. So you're saying I need to keep an eye on Div 4B. We're tied, 116,280 points each. Broken by a Tetris by Gwafey. Yeah, we'll get to that in the Division 1 match there, Cole. Because I agree. Division 1 is brutal this season. Absolutely brutal. Dirty Tetris for Gwafey. Very nice. Keeping things clean, not doing too much. We'll get a Tetris there. Peak doing a little bit of maintenance work. Just needs a bar over on the right, and we'll find it. There's the Tetris. See, I have a problem with this method, Kingsman. There is literally no one that I think I would want to play in Division 4B. I mean, I would love to play GD again. I would love to play Ian Keith, but I'm going to get destroyed by both of them. Draco, you know, he's going to wreck me. If that happens. Welcome to the big time, all right? Have a couple good games and all of a sudden you're getting wrecked by Div 4 players. Of course, Kingsman knows that as well, because he was in Div 4 for a season. Tetris for Gwafey. 416 for Gwafey, 322 for Peak. Another Tetris for Peak. Gwafey has been having an excellent game so far. 84% Tetris rate. Threatening a potential 650 transition. There's the bar, there's the Tetris. Another Tetris there. It's about 2.5 Tetris lead for Gwafey. So we're past the 100 line turn, barreling towards the level 19 transition. And so far, this has been a calm game. Not a whole lot going on. That looked like an adjustment from Gwafey there on the square. That was a good one, too. Allowing that Z to tuck in there very nicely. Peak looking for a bar or something for the right. Does have to take some burns. There's no bar. Finally, a bar shows up. There's a Tetris. He's got one Tetris left before transition, and we'll take it. 561 for Peak. Gwafey is already clear of that and has 2 Tetrises available. This could be a big transition lead for Gwafey. He'll get a Tetris to go to 632. And one more line to go. Has to just take the burn. 633, though, is pretty good. Certainly beats the crap out of the Game 1 transitions we had for both of these players. Well, GG's to that. Another Tetris there for Gwafey. Getting that tuck done. Peak, though. Looking for a bar. We'll find it. Gets the Tetris. He's got the devil score, and we'll get rid of that quickly. 692. He's got the real-time lead, but is ahead by 9 lines, so Gwafey's lead in pace is still safe. Chen says Dangler in relegation crazy. Yeah. So here we go. There's 13 lines of difference between the players. Peak with the real-time lead, but Gwafey with the better pace. Gwafey will get a Tetris here, and that real-time lead has become an actual lead for Peak. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Just a lot of burning from Gwafey, I guess. He'll take a Tetris. Tetris for Peak. Peak ahead by about 90,000, but also ahead by 10 lines, so it's not as big of a lead as it looks. But it might be if Gwafey has to keep burning here. This is a dicey board all of a sudden. But does get the right side open just in time for the bar. Banging down the Tetris. And another one to go into 26. Peak will max out at 209. Tetris for Gwafey. And another one, 991 into 27. Peak having to do a little bit of cleanup here. Finally get some good pieces to open it up. That's going to give Gwafey a bit of an opportunity here because he's much cleaner than Peak was. There's the max out for Gwafey. Tetris for Peak, 1,127 into the kill screen. Gwafey still on pace for a 1.1 at the very least. Well, drop a Tetris there. Oh, Peak hangs a bar in column 9 and is not going to get another one. That's it. Peak is done. Gwafey, you are in a chase down. You need B35. So a Tetris and change. There's the Tetris. And there's the change. Gwafey will send this to a game 4. Winter with the curse. GG winner. Jinx saying reverse sweep incoming. Let's see about that. We have both players ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down for game number 4. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This is the 3rd ever meeting between players. They met once in the Classic Tetris League back in December, where Gwafey took that 3-0. And then in Masters just 2 months ago, Gwafey also took that 3-0. So these are the first game wins for Peak against Gwafey. And is looking to try to get his first match win with one more. We'll see if they can manage that here. Of course, just a reminder, after this, we do have one more match tonight. It is PixelAndy making his return to the Sunday show. He'll be taking on the Dangler. High board here for Gwafey. Does have no room to burn. No room to burn. That's it. Peak, you're in a chase down. You need 97,000. And that's a Tetris. Not quite it yet. Peak's just like, really? And that's it. Peak, you're good. Well, there it is. That's your first match win. Believe it or not, Peak, that is not the highest winning score that we've had today on this channel. Or the lowest, rather. But you may not like it. This is what Peak Eric looks like. There he is. He's got the dub. All right. Up next, we'll move into Division 1B. As PixelAndy's going to take on the Dangler. Stay tuned. No, I'm pretty sure you're not on a level 0, but that might be a transition trainer thing, so hopefully it is. And we're just waiting on Andy's ninja cam. As soon as we have that, we will be ready to go. While we're waiting for them to get set up, I am going to do my due diligence here and point you to the Division 1 prize pool over at Matcherino, where somehow, some way, we still have 11 contribution codes left. What are you doing, you jabronis? Get those contribution codes out of here. We should have none at this point in the season. We have 11. Something's up with that. And if you don't want to hit a contribution code, but you do want to contribute to the prize pool, first of all, claim your contribution code anyway. And then you drop these players some hard-earned cash, which they are going to get if they place in the top 4 of Division 1. Or at least some of it. So definitely do that. Someone tell Jazz to get over here with her 11 alt accounts. You know, right? Well, like super easy. I mean, you log in, you just use like Google or something and hit claim code. That's all you do. They don't ask you to fill out a survey. They don't ask you to do something. It's free 25 cents in the pool. We could be over 130 bucks right now. Well, we're not. Yeah, any contributions are appreciated. We had a couple on the earlier stream. Justin W dropping in $5. And a couple of coupon codes coming in. One from K Lovelace and one from K Lovelace. Suspicious. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to quote payout unquote prediction. I want to see what's going to happen. Okay, 0 points go to Nick later. GG. It didn't break the site. Also, shout out to I just read the instructions with the follow. Oh, did you DM it to me? I bet you did. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm sitting here waiting for it in the Nestress channel. And... That's not where it is. It's literally in my DMs. Yeah, I want to get more of Andy on here, but I also want to get his hardware on here too. We'll just deal with it. Anyway, we're on our final match here. PixelAndy gonna be taking on Dangler. A lot of donuts involved in this one. Andy's are all in the loss column. Danglers are all in the win column. We'll see if that changes today. As we are ready to go for our Division 1 match between Andy and Dangler. Let's find out if we're going to get any 19 today. Andy with the level 18 call. We'll see no 19 starts. Dangler, you good with reroll? Yeah, so we're good with reroll. Gotta make me do work. That's fine. We'll try to remember seeds every game. Here's the first one. E0CBD6. Trying to make up for no letters from the last seed, I guess. Oh, yeah, there's a new piece of hardware up there. Yeah. One right above his head. From second place at CTWC DAS last month. How often does 19 happen? Like a couple times a season, if that. All right, Dangler back with some hydration. We're just waiting on players to enter the seed, and as soon as they're ready, we will be good to go. Dangler's good. And you know who else is good? K9 watching Tetris is good. Dropping in a quarter with the contribution code. Thank you so much. Puts us down to 10 of them. And there's a ready for both players. Let's go ahead and get this started as the Division 1B match between PixelAndy and the Dangler. We'll start. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's go ahead and introduce the players on the left. 321 bits from K9 watching Tetris. Thank you so much. On the left. The roller out of the United States. He's got a PB of 11,966,000. Welcome in, PixelAndy. And on the right, also rolling out of the U.S. with a PB of 3,834,000. It is the Dangler. Andy with an early bar dependency in the center. He's going to get the bar, but no, there's another one. Dangler with the Tetris. Both players have now burned. Uh-oh. Well, we'll have to see if that issue on the right resolves itself, because he's certainly not 6 lines in at 137k. Bit of a drought here as Dangler trying to find a bar, is not finding one. Of course, Andy in the same drought. Just have to chop this down. 45 pieces. We're actually over 50? What's going on? What is this? 62! 62-piece drought! It's not even an all-numeric seed. What the heck? Wow. That is insane. And both players just shrugged it off. Like, it didn't matter to them. They were just fine burning. They kept the well open. They kept their boards looking nice and clean. Yeah, you try to survive a 62-piece drought. It's not easy. The heck is Dengler's line count doing? Being ignored, because I don't know how many lines that he is. But I'm not going to ignore that line spin. That's pretty good. Of course, Dangler, certainly one of the more creative stackers we've had. Yeah, 4-line single, exactly. A -2 line Tetris. It's fine. Everything is normal. I can tell you that Dangler has the lead, 356 to 264. Who knows what the line difference is? We'll try to get this resolved after game 1. This is difficult to work with. But right now, Dangler is taking it to Andy. I mean, what's he going to look at? It's probably calibration. Like, seriously. It's Division 1. They don't calibrate here. I'm kidding. What is this I see? That is a $129.45 contribution, literally doubling the prize pool to $258.90. Canine. Or is it Goat watching Tetris? I'm not sure. Thank you so much. That is huge. I feel like I should start talking in Irish, but I don't know Irish. Tetris for Andy. It's back by about 130,000 points, but we'll bang down a Tetris there. As we are getting close to the level 19 transition, Andy is 4 Tetrises away. Who knows how close Dangler is? But he can't be that far off. I think Andy missed an adjustment there on the L in columns 8, 9. More of an annoyance than anything, but when you're back by this much, an annoyance could be very bad. Here's the funny part, is even with this glitch, I would believe 635 at 110 for Dangler. Like, that's believable. Oh, he's on 19, I just noticed. Dangler is on 19, for sure. It just pops up to 20. Oh, this is going to be good. 666, a devil score for Dangler. 537 for Andy. Another Tetris for Andy. He's trying to get back into this bit of a drought. It's going to slow down Dangler a bit. We'll see if Andy suffers from the same drought. Tetris for Andy. Dangler trying to find the right solves for that right side with Love a Square. Does finally get one, and the Aki bar right after it. Well, bang that Tetris down. This lead has shrunk. 773. Add a Tetris go to 802 for Dangler, 702 for Andy. We know Dangler's ahead in the line count. We just don't know how far. Another Tetris for Dangler. Dangler, though, getting high up on the board. Needs something left. Oh, and he hangs the J. Now he needs to get the bar over, and he does. Ooh, that was scary for a brief moment. He is digging, and Andy is going to capitalize with that Tetris. Dangler is out of the dig now, but Andy has taken the lead, 857 to 855. Another Tetris for Dangler. Oh, but that's a hang. This could be trouble as we are in yet another drought. Oh, the hang of the L. We'll get that bar over, though. $905 for Dangler, $881 for Andy. Andy's on 27. I would imagine that Dangler's close to 28, if not on it already. And open up that right side. Oh, but he hangs a J, and that's going to do it. He's done. Andy, you're in a chase down. You need 918. And Dangler, if you could recalibrate and pay attention to the line count, the calibration on the line count, we're going to need that before game 2. Andy is good. Oh. The score was never wrong. It was the line count that was wrong. Yeah, I would have noticed if the score was bad. But no, the score was good. Yeah, line count and level count both. So Andy taking the 1-0 lead. Saying we should be good now. All right. Looks good to me. Here's your next seed. It is B4FC5E. And hopefully a lot less cursed. These players endured a 62-piece drought in game number 1 and shrugged it off like it was nothing. Like, that's the part that gets me. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and count them down for game number 2. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And really, one of the things I wanted to talk about in this set as well was, you know, not just the fact that, you know, Andy's running a perfect season so far and Dangler has not won a game yet. It's more along the lines of, could you, like, Dangler getting relegated is such a faraway thought for me that it almost seems like it's shouldn't be possible. But if you look at the way that this season shaped up for Division 1, they only had 12 players. And it's basically, you're either in the playoffs or you're in relegation. There's no in between. That is brutal. And I think in Division 1B especially, there are no easy matchups in that division. Not a one. And it looks like the calibration is now correct, so far so good with the line count. Cole says, I'm erasing season 30 from memory. Yeah, it has been a little rough, to say the least. So Tetris there for Dangler. Fewer players in Div 1, summer, I guess. Burnout from CTWC. I mean, they want to take a break. A lot of reasons why. It's like even my play just kind of like before CTWC, I was playing every day, usually multiple times a day. After, I play a couple times a week. Like I need a break. Dangler needs a break from that square hang, but is going to fill that in nicely. Look at this. Oh, he misses the spin. Well, he tried to fill it in nicely. But gets things open and will hit the T-spin. No Tugi here. Probably take a break after Cleveland. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you got college going on. That's... We've seen players having to step back while being in college. Dangler going to get that bar over, and we'll score the Tetris to get to the half. 213 for Andy, but 271 for Dangler. Again, Dangler having a strong 18. Oh! Did I just curse him? Oh, no. My bad. Oh, the square! Oh, is he gonna survive this? All right, getting things around. A couple of uncharacteristic misdrops for Dangler here. This is trouble, gets the triple, but that J hung on the left, so another row that needs to be dug out. He's getting it done, though. Andy will take the lead. Never mind, it's tied. 315, 020 each. And now Andy is in the lead with that Tetris. Dangler is out of the worst of it, is trying to take this last hole from above. And we'll be able to do so with that L. And bit of a scary situation for Dangler. It's going to cost him the lead, but he's still alive. As we're passing the 100 line turn. 362 for Andy, 324 for Dangler. Yeah, absolutely brutal division this season. Like, players that you would think wouldn't be relegated are getting relegated. Like, that's how crazy it is. Another Tetris for Dangler. Don't let that lead fool you. Andy is in command of this one right now. But again, this is not the best of pace compared to game one for sure. No 600s, maybe even no 500s if Andy doesn't get one here. Level 19, 489 for Dangler. Andy setting up the T-spins, gonna get the Tetris. There's the T. There's a spin. Yeah, there's a Tetris. 506 for Andy. into level 19, so he's got the lead. Dangler playing 2 rows up here on level 20. Double flip of the S. It's going to be annoying. He's trying to find a better solve than a long bar, but just has to put one down there. He didn't want to do that. And now things are kind of falling apart here. Dangler getting this back under control. Andy now having a bit of an issue as well. So if Dangler can get this back under control quickly, he could have an opportunity to have a try at the lead. He's going to probably have to go left well here to do it. Andy is out of his situation. And there's a dirty Tetris for Dangler. Oh, he hung the bar. Gets the 5-tap the second time around, though. This is neck and neck. 6:05 for Dangler. Tetris for Andy, 6:30. Andy does have the pace lead. And again, it's a giant line advantage. And Dangler is just having a whole bunch of unfortunate misdrops here. Just getting this under control. Oh, the adjustment of the T to make room for the square tuck. That was nice. Casual triple flip of the long bar. And we'll score that dirty Tetris down column 7. Andy has the lead, 726 to 684. It's back by 14 lines right now. Oh, a couple misdrops there, though. Tetris for Dangler. And another one. Really needs to stay efficient in the closing refrains of these 19 speeds. He's got 3 Tetrises available to him. But what do you do when there's no bar? Finally, one shows up. There's a Tetris. Tetris for Andy. Dangler has to sacrifice one of those Tetrises because the bars are just being stingy right now. And we'll just double in. 8:38, and he hangs a bar in column 8. And that's going to be it. Andy is good for game number 2. Oh, it's definitely been a rough day for Dangler, but Andy getting it done. Andy at least wants the max. He'll get the max top out on 30. GG's. Here's your next seed. D as in David 5. BB as in the gun 7F. We'll poke an eye out with that. Wallman saying, go Dangler. Perhaps looking for a reverse sweep here. See what he can do. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Game number 3 between Andy and Dangler will start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Ooh, that is not a good start. You can see he's just playing it safe right now. Probably the best thing to do. Stop dirty. And we'll get the dirty Tetris. Andy, third Tetris in a row here. And is on the verge of taking this in 3. And while these players are getting it sorted out, we can talk about their lifetime matchup. It's currently 1-1. I can't believe these two have only ever fought twice. That's wild to me. Dangler won their first encounter all the way back in December of 2023 here in CTL, where he took it into decider 3-2. But the most recent result, it's fresh on everyone's mind. Andy, the reigning CTM Masters champion, took out Dengler in the finals back on the 11th. And that was a sweep, 3-0. Dangler looking to avoid another one here. Yeah, Dangler had such an odd month, because he only won 2 matches out of 5. But the matches he won are against Alex and me. And he's in a lot of trouble here, and there's no bar coming. Finally, it shows up. Whipping pieces around, too. Uh-oh. Okay, gets it down enough to get the J over. All right, looking good. Wow, that's whipping that long bar over. Oh my God. Oh, the hang. And that's gonna do it. Andy, you are good. Well then, that was unexpected. Here's your winner. Andy's Trophies is your winner. GG. Unfortunate ending to that one. It just seemed like Noah's just having all kinds of issues today. It's unfortunate, because we know what he's capable of. But yeah, just didn't happen. So that's gonna do it. We are donezo. Of course, I hope everyone enjoyed this. All of you in Twitch, all of you in YouTube as well. I had myself a pretty good time today. I'm thinking we're gonna send it over to... Oh. Do we send it over to Ricky Stacks? I think we do. Shake is taking on Meme. But Meme's playing Das, so go check that out. For those on YouTube, thank you for joining. And for those on Twitch, stick around. We've got more coming. Stay tuned. We'll see you next week.